Hey guys, what's up? I'm super excited you guys are joining me today. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I started my hair business in 2020. I'm going to give you all the scoop, drop gems, give you business tips, and I'm also even going to share with you guys the mistakes that I made so that you don't make those same mistakes. So if you are interested, definitely stay tuned because it's about to go down. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm your girl Steph and I'm the owner of Savage Hair Co. Company, where we specialize in raw and virgin hair extensions. We also do have hair growth products as well as, did I say hair growth products? I meant hair accessories and hair growth products that are super amazing. They have organic essential oils and they are packed with so many amazing benefits for hair growth. So you definitely want to check us out. I will go ahead and link our website somewhere on the screen, and then I will also go ahead and put our Instagram page. We are on the road to 1K, and yes, we will be doing a giveaway, and yes, it will be bundles. Okay, so you want to stay connected and stay tuned. Once we reach that 1K, we will go ahead and launch that giveaway, and you don't want to miss out. And that's also a place where we give all, do all our giveaways and sales and promotions and arrivals and things like that. So you want to make sure that you are connected so you don't ever miss out on a sale. So before I tell you guys the tips and things that I did to start my business, I'm going to give you a little mini story on why I wanted to start a hair business. Right? Who doesn't want to know? All right. So it all started in 2015. I had actually went to a country that people are not familiar with. I wouldn't say that they're not familiar with. They don't think that hair exists there. And when I say exists, I mean like bundles, hair extensions. And it's true. It doesn't, for the most part, not in the US, because this country doesn't have a huge factory to actually manufacture huge quantity of hair. They do it locally, and the reason why they do it locally is because they do it to help other women. So women who actually give their hair, or cut their hair, they're doing it for money purposes. Because in these areas where they're actually cutting their hair, it's very poor, so they need some type of money. So that is a good way of getting extra cash to be able to provide for their family, to be able to provide medicine and things like that. So that's the reason why they do it. And you would ask yourself, why would other women cut their hair if everybody in that country pretty much has good hair? Very true. But there are women who either have dyed their hair and their hair was damaged, have cut their hair and their hair hasn't grown back. And there are some women who can grow super long hair, and others who can't, and they would want to have extensions to make their hair longer, just like how we would want it. But it does exist. It is raw hair, like pure raw hair. They don't do anything to it because, like I said, there isn't a factory that manufactures this hair. They're just pretty much washing it, conditioning it, and cutting it at the ponytail, okay? And that's it. And then they put it on a weft, or they leave it like that, because I actually purchased hair with no weft by itself. So I had came across this hair, and I actually brought it back to the United States, and I had my stylist at the time go ahead and install the hair. She does something similar to microlinks. It's a little different. I may do a video of her installing a hair, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I had her put it in, and she was amazed too. She was like, "Oh my God, where'd you get this hair from? Like, this hair is bomb." And I told her, and she was like, she couldn't believe it. She was amazed, like, what? There's hair there? And I'm like, yes, and lots of it, okay? And then when I would go out, people would ask me, like, oh my God, where'd you get that hair from? What kind of hair is that? Like, what website, what store? And I'm like, you can't get this. So that's when it all, like, clicked. I was like, I could really sell this hair. Like, people would buy this hair. But at that time, back then, I think 2015, I don't think nobody was really into raw hair. And if there was, I don't think it was a big thing. I think most people were into virgin hair from China, or still buying hair from your local beauty supply store. So I don't think that was in. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I didn't look so much into it. I didn't research because I was like, who's going to buy raw hair? I even thought to myself, like, I don't think if I tell somebody I'm going to cut the hair, Bruh. It was a lot going through my mind. I was like, I don't think nobody's buying this raw hair. So I ain't going to worry about it. So I pretty much let it fall from the wayside. Didn't pay it no mind. Fast forward 2019, I really was like, you know what? I'm going to buckle down and actually do my research. So I was supposed to be taking a trip to this country April of 2020. I did all my research in 2019. I made sure that I figured out what I was going to do, how I was going to make it there, to figure it out, to see if I was going to get this hair or not. All that good stuff. Come 2020, Corona hit, and of course those plans were canceled and I wasn't able to go. But trust and believe, I am on the first flight in 2021. Luckily I ain't go now because the border closed. Now I probably still wouldn't go if they open. I'm still a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But April 2021, I'm all in there. So you want to make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that post notification because you want to be there and square when I post that video. I will be vlogging the entire trip from the time that I leave the US to the time that I get there. I will be showing you the entire journey from me going to these places to look at the hair, giving you the history, the background, and all that good stuff. So you guys can actually see that this hair does exist, okay? And that I will be bringing some back. Trust me. So you want to make sure you also are signed up to our newsletter and our Instagram page, because when that hair drops, I'm telling y'all gonna be. Anyway, so but yeah, so that's pretty much how it all started. I have been fascinated about raw hair, and I probably will be transitioning into the raw hair industry and leaving the virgin hair to the side because it's just something about raw hair that I love. I love the quality. I love that you can do anything to it. I just love that it's pure, that it's just amazing hair. Like, and after doing so much research with finding vendors and finding hair, it just only was right for me to just stick with raw hair. But yeah, so tip number 1, research and take notes. When I tell you how important researching and taking notes is, it is just how you're really going to get started. Like, you want to make sure that you're doing as much research as possible, whether it's the website, whether it's the internet, whether it's books, whether it's webinars, workbooks, all that stuff. I suggest that you do it all. Don't just do one and think, oh yeah, you got all this. No, do them all, because you will get a better view of what you want to do when you want to start your company. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff helps. Trust me. Like, I found out things that I would have never known. I was like, oh my God. But if I wouldn't have read that book, I probably wouldn't have known the information. Okay? So, get you some journals. Get you a journal or journals. Okay? I have like 5 of them. I write in all 5 of them. Like, I think one of them is probably full now. Because I write so much stuff. I take as much notes. And if you don't got a journal now or a pen, stop this video, pause it, and go get you a journal, because I'm giving you so much information, and you want to make sure that you're taking all these notes, so that way that when you want to look back at your book and figure out whether or not you got this checked off, or you can actually be like, oh my God, you know what? Steph told me I should go look into this. You got it written down. So make sure you get you a journal. Read books. I actually signed up for Audible. It's amazing. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. I'm not a person to read books. I tried. That was something on my vision board in 2019, but I couldn't do it. I think I almost got through one book, and I think after this, I think I only had like 2 chapters left, and I put it down and never picked it back up. So Audible has been a gem. Like, I love it. I listen to all types of books when it comes to related to business. Like, if it's, marketing books, wealth books, motivational books. They even have meditation on there, and I love it. I be listening to it every morning. What else? They have podcasts, books about branding, books about habits, building, good habits. So you want to make sure that you're reading all these books so that you can get the proper knowledge in all these aspects, because running a business takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's not just buying product, putting it on a website and selling it. It takes a lot more than just that. Like, a lot of work goes into really running a business. And if you really want to run it efficiently, you want to make sure that you're getting all that information so that you can actually put that knowledge into your business and blow up, okay? Blow up. It's important. I promise you. What else? Google is a great resource to find information. You want to definitely, I Google everything. Anything and everything, I'm on Google. Now, granted, people say everything on the internet you shouldn't believe. But when it comes to research, I think if you are doing your due diligence to make sure that you are finding out where this resource is coming from, and if this resource is legit, then you're good to go. As long as the information is legit and the person behind it providing the information is legit, then you're good. Don't worry about it. Webinars are super important. A lot of people don't really pay attention to webinars. There's a lot of people who are very knowledgeable in the business industry, especially hair. There's men. I've even seen men. I've taken a few webinars that were men who are into the hair industry and out here killing it. Like, and I was amazed. I was like, okay, I can learn some things from you. So yeah, don't sleep on these people. Like, definitely take webinars. Now, there are some webinars that can be super expensive. I don't do those. I stay in my lane. I'm not gonna lie, it is important that you invest in your company, but also if you're on a budget, you want to make sure that you take your time when investing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you have to go out there and buy this webinar that costs $2,500. Granted, they might provide you good information, but you might come across a webinar that only costs $20 and they could be providing you some good information too. So it just kind of all depends. All depends on you and your budget. What else? Workbooks. I have purchased some workbooks from a few people who are really good in the marketing and promotion type of field, to kind of, especially when it comes to hair business or anything cosmetic, things like that, that they provide you good things, good ideas. They even give you, I've even purchased a workbook that gives me information on other hair companies that they've researched and the things that they have found out that hair company did that could possibly work, you know, with your hair company. So definitely look into some workbooks. I have found, I forgot her name, but I'll link her information down below somewhere in the comments, so that way you guys can check her out. She does have some amazing workbooks that you may be interested if you're trying to run a hair business, a cosmetic business, and things like that. What else? YouTube. When I tell you guys, I literally was on YouTube. YouTube was my TV. Like, I didn't watch anything. I wasn't doing Netflix and none of that stuff. No movies, none of that. I was on YouTube day and night, researching, watching other entrepreneurs start their business. It is amazing to see other people do what you want to do. It's inspiring. So you want to make sure that you're constantly watching others on YouTube, because they provide so much information, so much great ideas, things that I've seen YouTubers who have provided so many different what do I want to say packaging ideas, like inventory ideas, information on where to get stuff, information on what vendors to choose, even information on vendors they come across that were scammers or bad, all that good stuff. So you want to make sure that you're looking on YouTube and that you're watching a lot of these entrepreneurs and that you're taking notes, because they are providing great information. So tip number 2, business plan. You want to make sure that you have a business plan. Come up with a name. Now, my name was super common, so, and I don't even ask me why I chose Savage. I don't even remember. Like, yeah, I don't remember. I had a few names. I think I even had, what did I have? Pelo Suave. Now I'm Spanish, so I had a friend of mine who actually told me, like, you should do, you know, what does soft hair in Spanish mean? I was like, oh, pelo suave. She was like, you should do that. That got a good ring to it. And now that I hear it, it does have an amazing ring, and I probably should have stuck with it. I don't know what made me choose Savage. I mean, I think I know, but I don't know. I can't even tell you guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, so coming up with a business name, you definitely want to research, and you definitely want to come up with more than just one. Because once you come up with that name, you want to go ahead and look it up on this database that it is called uspto.gov. That is where all the names that are trademarked will be listed there below. So if the name is taken, you're not going to be able to, of course, use the name, and you'll have difficulties getting an LLC because they're going to tell you that name is taken. So you want to make sure that you get more than just one name, so that way you have a variety in case one is taken. Then you can go with your second choice or your third choice or your fourth choice. I'm sorry, guys. I had these Invisalign, and it's just so hard to talk with. Like, I'm trying my best. Like, anyways. So yeah. Name, finding your target audience. When I tell you guys how important it is to make sure that you find your target audience, you want to make sure that you are narrowing it down. Like, trust me, I know. I was the type of person, I was like, I'm going to sell to anybody and everybody. Whoever wants to buy my product, I'm selling it to you. That's not the case. It is a lot harder than it sounds. It is definitely difficult because there's a lot that goes into being able to sell to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not, your hair is not going to be for everybody, you know. And it also is going to depend on your price point, your quality, like your shipping, like all that matters when it comes to your audience and to your customers. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to have raw hair and it's going to be super expensive, you know, your average or, you know, working or high schooler or whatever may not want to pay that type of money. You get what I'm saying? So you're not going to be able to sell to them. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll get a person who is really into like good quality. They don't care how long it takes, but they want the good stuff. They shop at Louis, they shop at Gucci and all that stuff. So their hair got to match how they look. They're not going to purchase, you know, hair that's not at good quality. So that's why it's important that you make sure that you find your target audience and that you are taking all that into account. You know, like I said, quality, time, shipping, you know, what else did I say? I forgot, but you know what I mean. You get the point. And figure out who you want to sell to. You know what I'm saying? Most important, you definitely want to figure out who you want to sell to. You just don't want to be selling out to everybody because, like I said, not everybody's going to want your product. All right, guys. So tip number 3, the legal part. This is definitely optional. It just kind of depends on you whether or not you are going to, you know, be serious about your business and it's something that you really want to do. Then I would suggest going ahead and doing the legal part. But if you're not and you're not sure, or you're thinking about doing something else, then I would suggest to hold, you know, kind of waiting until you kind of figure out what you really want to do. Because it definitely can be expensive. I know the LLC costs, the trademark is super expensive. Now the EIN number, that's free, so you can definitely get that. And that's for the most part if you want to open up an account. And that's actually a social security number for your business. It's like how we have a social security number, your business has one. And that's just to identify your business, especially when it comes to taxes. So yeah. Tip number 4, vendors. Now I will be doing a video on vendors, giving you guys all the tips on finding a good vendor. I may even give you some of my vendors, well, some of the virgin hair vendors, and things like that. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe, check that out, because I'm going to go into more details. I'm probably going to even tell you guys how I found a bad vendor. Yeah, all that good stuff. But yeah, when finding a vendor, you definitely want to do the research and get you a few, like at least 5, 10, 20, because you're going to soon figure out that they're going to fall off and you're going to end up not having a vendor. So you want to make sure that you're checking them off. If they're good, then you want to move forward. If they're not, go ahead and cross them off your list. Don't even worry about it. Test out your hair. Make sure that you're testing out your hair. And you can find vendors pretty much in many different places now. Instagram, Alibaba, YouTube, Google. Yeah, a lot of people kind of fall off on YouTube. They don't really I shouldn't say they fall off, because I don't feel like anybody mentions finding vendors on YouTube. There are plenty of vendors that actually do have their own YouTube channel. So you want to go ahead and check them out. And they provide you with tons of information about their hair, tons of videos showing you the quality, showing you, you know, what they have and things like that. So definitely check out YouTube and Google too. All right, tip number 5, know your budget. You know, you want to make sure that you're setting your, or if you have a budget, set the budget and stick to it, because trust me, it is easy to go off and start buying tons of things, and then you're looking like, what the hell did I buy? And yeah, because that's the mistake I made. I went and just bought tons of things and then looked back and was like, wait a minute, I done spent a little too much and I need half this stuff. Okay, so make sure that you're writing it down, you're making a list, you're checking it off, and that you're sticking to your budget, because it's important that you do so. Okay, because you'll be out here spending money more than you're making it, and you gonna be, yeah, no, because that was kind of tight. I'm over here spending money and I ain't even really making nothing yet. All right, tip number 6, the aesthetic of your company. You want to go ahead and find out your color scheme. Figure out what colors you want to use to brand your company. You know, make it look good. Bring all the pretty colors. My colors are green. My favorite color is green, so I just decided to go with green. I had some other colors in there as well to kind of go off the green and make it look all nice and stuff. Also, logo. Whether you want a text logo or image logo, it just kind of depends on you. I went with a text logo. That was just, I like that more of a classy. And plus, I didn't really have an image to put. Like, I know that a lot of people put like the little face with the hair or just the hair. And I tried it. It just wasn't for me. So I just stuck with the text logo. Also, creating a website. You can either create a website or you can have it done by a professional web designer. I was going to go the web designer route, but they are expensive. And after doing some research and actually talking to a web designer, it just, I don't know. I felt like what they were going to do for me, I could have done for myself, especially for the amount of money they were going to charge me. So I was like, you know what, bump it. I'm just going to try to create my own. I'm just starting, you know. So I suggest if you are on a budget, then definitely try to create your own. There are many different YouTube video tutorials that will show you how to create a website. I went on YouTube, I went on Google, I found templates. You can even go on Etsy and find some templates that you can buy. They are less expensive that you can use, and all you got to do is just add your pictures and things like that. And there's probably even people on Etsy that will actually, or Fiverr. Don't forget about Fiverr. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know if Fiverr. I'll put it down there. But check them out as well. They're really good with creating websites and at a less cheaper price than actually hiring a web designer. But yeah, but I created my own website, and I've changed my website so many times, guys. My family looks at me like I'm crazy. I change it all the time. But I finally actually found the website that I actually like, or a template that I actually like, and I'm sticking with it for now. It's good. It does the job, but I love it. But eventually I will probably hire a web designer later in, you know, down the road, once I start seeing some money come in, to, you know, jazz it up. We'll see. But yeah, they are the hosts that I know that I'm familiar with are Wix, Shopify, Big Cartel, and Squarespace. Now I have Shopify. I haven't done too much research on these other hosts, but I know someone who has Squarespace and they love it, and I know somebody who has Wix and they love it. So it just kind of depends on your preference and what you want to do. But I definitely suggest that you do your research, figure out which one best fits you. Okay. Tip number 7, packaging. Okay. I love packaging. When I tell you guys that I was on YouTube watching packaging videos, inventory hauls, all that good stuff, those are my favorite shows. Like, I live for a packaging video. Like, I just love it because I love to see what they have, you know, their colors and all that good stuff. So Definitely watch videos on that. Check them out. They have so many great ideas. But when it comes to packaging, you want to make sure that you start small. Don't go over the top. And then again, it just kind of depends on your budget. But I went small just because I know that I didn't have the money like that. And I would prefer to use the money towards my inventory than my packaging. I knew later down the road I will eventually get, you know, better packaging to, you know, update my stuff. But for now, poly mailers will do. I done got some stickers and I put some stickers on there to make it look fancy, and we good to go. Okay, I did buy satin bags, and I did get those custom made. Well, I had a few custom made that my nephew did. That he also has a t-shirt business, and he does all that prints, you know, graphic design and all that stuff. So he was able to do that for me, and that was amazing. And then I also did get some larger satin bags that I got done from Alibaba, and those took a while though. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, those took almost a month, I think a month and a half. Their production time can be a bit much sometimes. And yeah, I almost forgot about them. Some FedEx came and I was like, what is this? I opened the box. I was like, oh my God, I ordered these like 2 months ago. So, but yeah, you can buy labels. Don't forget about thank you cards and business cards. I actually got mine from Vistaprint. And Canva also does them as well. I actually didn't know Canva printed out business cards. And if you guys don't have Canva, where you been? Like, what's your life? Like, Canva is amazing. Like, it's a hidden gem, and a lot of people don't know about Canva, and they sleep on Canva. You can do anything on Canva. Anything. Like, I love Canva. So make sure you sign up. They got a free subscription, but they also do have like the pro version that you can use, and I suggest doing it. It's only like $9.99, and it's amazing. Like, all the benefits and all the extra stuff that you get, it's worth it. You definitely want to make sure that you get Canva. And tags. I got tags. I actually made tags on Vistaprint, and they were actually business cards, and I made them into tags. I think I have them back here. I'll show you guys real quick. I probably will do an inventory video showing you guys all the stuff that I got. But we'll see. So these are the tags that I made. I can get the camera to focus. There you go. I think that's focusing, right? Yeah, there you go. So these are the tags that I made, and they're just kind of simple in the front. It says Saboteur Co. And this, and these were business cards. They're a lot cheaper than actual tags on Vistaprint because they're super expensive. You get like 100 for like $40, and these business cards are 500 for like $20. So yeah, if you're looking to get tags, you can also get them done on Alibaba as well. They'll custom make them for you, but like I said, it takes a while. So, and there might be vendors that do it a lot faster, and they're a little bit more expensive too. So, all right. So that's it for tip number 7. Now, tip number 8 is creating a social media account. You want to make sure that you are on social media. Like, that's pretty much where you're getting, well, I wouldn't say that's where you get all your sales from, because people get sales from many different places. But social media is definitely one where you are able to promote your stuff and actually get sales from there. You have Instagram, you got Facebook, and people sleep on Pinterest. Pinterest? I've heard some things about Pinterest. I haven't really worked on Pinterest yet, just because it takes a lot with social media. Like with Instagram and Facebook, that's enough in itself. Like, I barely even get to Facebook sometimes. Like, I sometimes forget about Facebook, which I shouldn't, because Facebook is also huge when it comes to selling your product on there. But yeah, but definitely check out Pinterest. I will maybe research some more stuff and then probably do a video. But if you guys want to see that, let me know. Hit me in the comments and I'll put that together. All right, tip number 9, product pictures. You can use your phone to take amazing products. You just have to know the proper settings. So if you have an iPhone, most iPhones have great quality cameras. Like, the lens is amazing, especially if you have an updated one. I have an iPro 11 Max, I believe this is, I think, with the 3 cameras. And when I tell you guys, that phone is amazing for pictures. I love it. But it does take you having to figure out the settings to get great quality pictures, and it can be done. You can definitely get you a camera, you know, of course, or even like a photographer. There's tons of like freelancers who take amazing product pictures and for the cheap. So definitely look into your community and find out. And I found a few on Instagram that are not expensive. So yeah, for that. So tip number 10, use your friends and family to use your product, okay? To advertise your product. I use my friends and my family. I ask them to try things out so that they can look at it, or try the hair out, test it out, let me know if they like it, how's it doing. And until this day, I still ask them, I'm like, I don't care what it is, let me know. If it's bad, it's trash. Don't lie to me. Don't try to, like, you know, feed me anything or finesse me. No, tell me the truth. If the hair is trash, it's trash. Okay, like, that's just it. We gonna have to move on to the next vendor. Like, so definitely want to use your family and friends to try out your products, so that way you can kind of test it out and get a feel for it. That is it, guys. That was everything I have. That is how I started my hair company. That was some of the tips that I gave you. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that this helps you. I hope that you found some great ideas. I hope you had your notebook and took notes, and enjoyed the video. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel, because there will be more. I will be providing lots more. I may make this a series and do an entrepreneurship vlog series, or however that goes. But we'll see. Stay tuned. I don't even know what to tell you guys. I feel like I was going to tell you something else and I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hit me up in the comments if you are starting a business or thinking about starting a business, or if you already started your business. Put down your website. I would love to check it out. I would love to connect with you guys, click with you guys, you know, talk about stuff. You guys have questions, comments, all that good stuff. Just put it in the comments and let me know anything you guys want to see or want me to do, or you know how that stuff goes. Let me know. All right, guys. Till next time. See you later. Ciao.